Hey guys, so I noticed more articles are coming out online about Team and Shimu and their harsh chemicals that are produced with their clothes, and I found some articles that I wanted to read for you guys. This article from Le Monde says Shien and Temu products found to contain high levels of toxic chemicals. Authorities in South Korea found that some items of Shein clothing contain carcinogenic substances hundreds of times over the legal limit. Summarizing the article, it pretty much says that they found lead in sandals and says Seoul authorities found sandals from Temu contain lead in the insoles at levels more than 11 times the permissible limit. Upon receiving notice from the Seoul city government, another article I found is from CNA Lifestyle and says toxic chemicals in Shien and Temu clothes. Where are they? Can washing uh, help get rid of these? And it says your whistling may not be from the excitement of unboxing your online purchase, but toxic chemicals such as phthalates, formaldehyde, and lead found in newly bought clothes and accessories. Here's what you need to know. So pretty much when they describe phthalates, it says these colorless, odorless, and oily liquids function as plasticizers, meaning they can make plastic such as polyvinyl chloride soft and pliable before it is applied to fabrics to make them waterproof and stain resistant. It says phthalates are also used in the manufacturing of shoes, says Assistant Professor So Wei Jin. Sorry if I mispronounce the name. It says enhance. It is to enhance the softness and elasticity of the shoe materials, making them more comfortable to wear and better able to withstand wear and tear. It says the health effects of phthalates are non endocrine disruptors, meaning they can interfere with the body's hormonal systems. It says certain phthalates, such as this name right here, or DEHP, have been classified as possible human carcinogens by the International Agency for Research on Cancer. Long term exposure could potentially increase the risk of cancers, particularly in organs that are involved in hormone regulations. That's pretty dangerous. When they talk about formaldehyde, it says this odorless gas is used to create wrinkle resistant, durable, and shrink proof textiles. In caps, formaldehyde is primarily used as part of the finishing process to make them durable, wrinkle resistant, water repellent, and maintain its shape and structure. It says the health effects are skin and respiratory irritant that can cause irritation of the nose, throat, and lungs, resulting in coughing, whistling, sore throat, shortness of breath, particularly in individuals with pre-existing respiratory conditions such as asthma. It also says, as with phthalates, formaldehyde is also classified as a human carcinogen by the IARC. Prolonged exposure to formaldehyde, particularly through inhalation, has been linked to an increased risk of certain cancers, including this cancer right here and leukemia. When they talk about lead, it says this material may be present as a contaminant in some raw materials or additives used in the production of insoles. For example, certain dyes, pigments, or recycled materials might contain lead. The health effects says lead interferes with brain development by disrupting synapse formation, neurotransmitter release of myelination. Other than neurotoxicity, the metal can also cause cardiovascular issues, kidney damage, reproductive and developmental toxicity, uh, gastro, gastrointestinal, gastrointestinal problems, and anemia. When they talk about lead, it says this metal may be present as a contaminant in some raw materials or additives used in the production of insoles. For example, certain dyes, pigments, or recycled materials might contain lead. The health effects, it says lead interferes with brain development and disrupting synapse formation, neurotransmitter release of myelination. Other than neurotoxicity, the metal can also cause cardiovascular issues, kidney damage, reproductive and developmental toxicity, gastrointestinal problems, and anemia. It says children are vulnerable, and even low levels of lead can lead to significant neurodevelopmental delays in reduced IQ, learning disabilities, and behavioral problems. It says in adults, chronic exposure can result in cognitive decline, memory loss, and difficulty with concentration. Now, the one to answer the question, can washing get rid of the chemicals? It says the multiple washing and airing of your online purchases may help reduce the levels of some of these chemicals in the products. It says hanging them outside or in well ventilated area can help reduce the contamination of volatile chemicals like formaldehyde. It says you don't need a special laundry detergent either. Your regular, gentle, eco-friendly detergent and perhaps the addition of baking soda or white vinegar can help neutralize or break down the odors and the chemical residues. It also says, what about storage? Do we have to keep new clothes separately as well? It says, again, it's best that you store your newly purchased items separately. Keeping them together with your older clothes may potentially cross-contaminate them. It says the process of is known as off-gassing, where toxic gases are slowly released into the air from the material. Chemicals such as formaldehyde can off-gas from new textiles and footwear. Keeping the wardrobe or clothes cupboard well ventilated helps to reduce the risk of contamination. Do we have to wash new clothes separately to avoid cross contaminating the rest of the family's clothes? It says it is best that you do, especially for the first few washes, as the chemicals can indeed transfer to other garments. While the amount of chemicals transferred may be small, repeated exposure can still pose health risk. It says children and infants are particularly vulnerable. I know that a lot of us are middle class and poor people, unfortunately, due to this capitalistic system. But in my opinion, it is best to avoid buying, especially from Shien and Temu. If you can go to Goodwill and buy some clothes, or even to H&M, H&M seems better than comparing to these clothing chains that are produced elsewhere outside of this country, and they are not controlled by uh, producing and mass producing these clothes with harsh chemicals, which they probably add more than the usual, as I read in the article, in order for them to have and make durable clothing that ultimately just harms humans around the world. So do the best you can. If you can buy used clothes, if you can even make your own clothes and buy from the local fabric store and make your own clothes, that would be the best thing that you can do to avoid getting sick in the future.